the roll, calling the roll.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Kuhn is excused, as is McLaughlin. Reedy.
Here.
Feeney.
Here.
Larilliard. Here. Klotzky.
Here.
Ricard.
Present.
Bergdorf.
Present.
And Whalen.
Whalen is ill, and I would ask that she be excused.
Okay. We have a quorum.
We have a quorum. Thank you. We'll start with
Approving the previous minutes is the first item.
I'll make a motion.
motion, Mr. Feeney, second, Ms. Pulaski. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
Item 2 and 3 are tabled at request of sponsor. Item 4 is withdrawn. Item 5 and 6 are tabled at request of sponsor. And now we're going to jump to item 21. Item 21 is authorizing agreements with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services regarding the Aid to Defense Program. Judge Herrick is here this evening.
Thank you, Judge Herrick. Proceed.
Thank you. Good evening. I have two matters. This is, depending on which agenda, 2021. This is a cleanup, if you will, of an old Aid to Defense DCJS grant that ran from October 2018 through March 31, 21. The total amount of the grant is $108,077, and we have received to date, based on billings, $86,708. This is a request for past approval of the amounts that we have received, and a request to authorization for the receipt of the balance this year of $21,369. This money has gone to support staff, salaries, an attorney, an investigator, and supports staff positions.
Thank you. Take any questions or comments? Mr. Bergdorf?
Might be more of a question for Dave Riley, but when you get grant money from previous years that you've already expended and we've taken out of the till, or we've taken out of the fund balance or whatever, wherever it came from way
Yes.
back then, where does the money go now? Does it just go into the fund balance, or we've already expended this money?
So if we've already expended it and just coming back on a reimbursement?
Well, I get the sense that this is like a retroactive topping off of a grant.
Well, it is he already received the money but hasn't expended it yet.
Well, we paid the staff over the years.
And now you're getting the balance of.
RLAs
Should
had not been, our error had not been requested in 2018 through 21 for the periodic receipt of the monies.
Okay.
So this is a two-part RLA. Please forgive the past and allow the receipt of the balance of the grant. That is an old grant, but we have not received the $26,000, which we will utilize at this time.
So he'll be making the county whole now for having overdrawn what the original grant was.
So what do you do with that money? Just put it in the main
In a roundabout way, yes.
till?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Feeney?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Second from Mr. Ricard. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
Item 23 we're skipping to is amending resolution number 37 for 2024 regarding the distribution number 14 grant. This is Judge Herrick again.
This is a ILS grant. These are distributions that you are familiar with. They run in 3-year cycles. ILS has determined it would be more efficient that they combine the 3-year cycle into one grant. So 12 grants number 12 and 13 would be incorporated into distribution 14, and the next request would be in 2027. So the total amount of the combined 12-13 into distribution 14 is now $2,360,184, and this goes to support the public defender, the conflict defender, and the assigned counsel plan.
Open up for questions.
I'll make a motion.
Motion from Mr. Feeney. Second from Ms. Plotsky. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Item 22 is authorizing an agreement with Thomson Reuters regarding Westlaw Legal Research Services software, and Deputy County Attorney Jordan Huben is here this evening.
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Doing well.
I'm
Go
here-
ahead, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm here tonight on behalf of County Attorney Congdon with respect to requests for legislative action, agreements with Thomas Reuters, and certify for Westlaw Legal Research Services software package. And the contract period is January 1st, 2025 to December 31st of 2025. So this is a renewal of the software package to be utilized by the attorneys and legal staff in the county. I don't know if Judge Herrick has left, we go way back, so I wanted to thank him, but the increase in the user capacity was 137 and 147 at the request of the Public Defender's Office, and that has increased the annual fee. With the increase in the user accounts now, it's 181, 167, 72. So you have two portions of it. As you all know, you have the legal research component with Westlaw, and the other component is the CLE portion of it. That's, vital for attorneys, as you know, to conduct legal research. I think it's vitally important, has a CLE tracker on that. That's with a separate vendor, Serify, but it's included as part of the package and also included in this request. So the total is the 181, 167, 72. So the agreement provides licenses to conduct legal research for every attorney in county government. In addition, paralegals and other non-attorney staff, have requested access to Westlaw. The agreement's broken down to components, right? You have the DA's office, the Public Defender's Office, assigned counsel, and the alternative Public Defender's Office. They assign their own licenses and handle their own billing. And then the law department assigns the licenses for the assistant county attorneys in our office, director of employee relations, immigration, sheriff's counsel, and counsel to the county executive and legislative council. So the invoices are paid by the law department with chargebacks to the departments. Okay. So, Westlaw, since I've been practicing, I'm gonna speak for everybody, but I found that the preference is Westlaw, particularly lawyers, obviously in our office use Westlaw, and obviously the other lawyers within county government and other staff. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
We'll open up for questions. Ms. Plotsky?
The CLE portion includes the classes, right? It's not just tracking.
Oh, of course, yeah, the CLE
Okay.
programs, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yep,
Oh,
that is
so-
correct.
So that's as part of the attorney registration, that they're able to use that for that?
Yes,
Oh, that's a very nice benefit.
yeah. Yeah, once you complete a program, there's a certificate of completion, and it has other tools where you can, see if it's applicable to being applied for, CLE requirements, and there's a variety of law topics and programs within that CLE portion with Serify.
Any other questions? Take a motion. Mr. Feeney? Second, Mr. Ricard. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, I appreciate it.
Item 24 is amending the 2024 District Attorney's Office budget for end-of-year adjustments. Chris Horn is here this evening.
Good evening. So we are looking to move a total of $117,000 from various lines to address some negative balances and some low balances, so that we'll be in a good position to wrap up the year.
Take questions or comments.
Make a motion.
Motion for Mr. Feeney,
I'll second.
second for Mr. Ricard. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Thank you, Mr. Horn.
Thank you very much.
And then I'm just going to run through the other items that are tabled tonight. I went through item 6 earlier. Item 11 is also tabled at request of sponsor. Item 13 is withdrawn. Item 14, 15 are tabled at request of sponsor, and items 17, 18, 19, and 20 are tabled at request of sponsor. So that leaves item 7 is a public hearing on proposed local law number N for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993 is amended.
Okay, this is the cab change. I was here last time, I thought we had a good discussion. There was a question that we wanted to come back and give the answer to, which was what items do not go to the cab board. They're essentially anything obviously over the threshold. Contracts with other municipal governments do not go to cab. Any bond request or anything to do with bonds. And then the sale of any property or the designation as a surplus, right?
Yep.
Right. So it's sort of a set, kind of, focused agenda, because if you carve out that and then threshold, obviously. Paul, you had raised the CPI.
Yeah,
So we went back, Pat did, and the urban CPI just refers to areas around any city or town with a population of at least 10,000. So the CPI urban covers about 93% of the US population, and it's a BLS data point that is frequently used.
any idea what it's around now?
No.
Probably like 2.8% or,
Well, I have no idea. I'm not looking, I would just let somebody might know.
no, but look it up real quick.
I got it.
No, the reason I kind of know that is because I look at it because of some work I do pretty
Yeah, I'm sure.
regularly.
Actually, what we're discussing right now is number 10,
Oh,
so just to be clear.
Which,
I'll tell you what,
That's the CAB, the monetary threshold of the Board of Contract Administration is number 10.
yeah, but doesn't that
yeah,
go
yeah,
up
the
by
cab,
a
it
CPI
has the
every year?
mechanism to go up by CPI.
Well, I understand, I'm just saying, we were on item 7, so I just wanted to clarify that we were actually talking about item 10 before we vote on that.
Wait, is 7 the public hearing?
yeah.
Nope, 7,
But
nope, 7 is the, 7 is the original try. 7 is the
Oh,
medical
that's
examiner one.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
7 is table.
7 is table. So what are we on?
10.
We're on
Doing
10 right now,
10.
we're
We're doing
skipping around a
10,
little
right?
bit. Yes, we're on 10.
Public hearing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah.
I wish when we put a title in these, we'd always have sort of like the key subject in the title.
Yeah.
It is there, it's just at the end.
Well, sometimes it is.
Well, that's true.
So 7 is table.
Yes, 7.
Okay.
Okay, just to clarify, so when we originally introduced what is number 7 and the corresponding local law, which is, I believe, 15, that was 3 parts. In talking with the legislature, they asked that we break it up into 3 separate laws. So because the paper reported on the coroners, we kept what is 7 and 15 as the coroners. So that is going to be tabled for tonight. So we amended out what has now become the other 2. So local laws R and local laws S, which is 9 and 10 on your agenda.
Okay. So the coroner one is tabled. That's 7.
Yep.
And what's the corresponding?
15.
15.
7 and 15. So coroner's tabled. So the one I was speaking to is number
10.
10. And that is.
Yep.
Contract.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. And there's 2 pieces to that also. It's 10 and whatever.
The corresponding public
the
hearing,
Public hearing is. And I would like to report both of those
18.
out.
well, the,
Only the public hearing goes out.
Oh, okay. So we would wait to do that.
The,
Okay.
the local law is tabled at request of sponsor pending public hearing.
Okay.
And we also have to amend the date on the public hearing.
Motion to report out the public.
So we
hearing,
want to,
whatever
try to
hearing
move out
that
9
is.
and 10?
Nope, 10.
Just
She was
10?
referring to the local law for S
Okay.
as well.
but if we could get a motion to amend
Mhm.
the date to January 28th.
I'll make that motion.
Motion for Mr. Feeney,
Second.
second Mr. Ricard. All those in favor of?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? Unanimous?
Motion on 10
On
for
the motion.
the public hearing.
Vic, you had
Motion on 10 for the public
motion on
hearing.
10.
I'll second.
Second, Mr. Feeney. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous?
All right. And now
Thank
we
you.
can go back to 8 is not tabled, right, Pat?
8 is tabled, yes.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
taken.
that is tabled.
And the
Okay.
corresponding law.
All right, and then item 9 is next.
Okay, so 9 is,
The confirmation.
okay, the confirmations. So this is also charter amendments. There are, it was noted to the legislature that there are a couple of commissioner level appointments that do not come before the legislature. The 3 are IT, Parks and Rec, and Veterans. So we added those 3, and what did we do to the IT one?
So, and after talking with the county executive's office, they asked, that IT is currently, well, it's IS here, but it's a division under management budget. And they asked that it just be broken out and made into its own department. All of our departments are recognized in the charter, so I literally just removed it. Well, it actually never existed in the charter under management budget, so I created one of the blank charter articles and put all the language there. And again, that was at the request of the executive, so,
So we gotta amend the date for this too?
yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to amend the date.
Motion to amend the date. Second, Mr. Ricard, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous?
Great.
Take,
Motion.
Second.
motion, Ms. Plosky, second, Mr. Feeney, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
And the only item left is item 12, which can be moved out tonight. This is related to the hot tax.
16 as well.
Yeah, we're doing, oh, I'm sorry. I said 16. Oh, you're right. I misspoke. There's one more item after this. Sorry, this agenda is getting a little
It's budget
hazy.
season.
So item 12 can be moved out tonight, yes.
And this is the camouflage.
This
thing.
is
Nope,
the
this is the
hot
hot
tax.
tax.
Okay, why am I so screwed?
You're fine.
No, it's just a confusing agenda.
We've been waiting on the governor to sign the hot tax. It's the desire to move it to the main agenda, should she sign it in between now and December 2nd.
It's not been signed yet,
No.
so we're gonna schedule it anyway?
Well, it's going to the floor for a vote. If it's signed between now and then, it'll be.
Is this the hearing or the
This
actual law?
has already been.
The law.
We
passed-
did, the-
We did the public hearing.
Yep. It's been passed by both houses up the hill. It's ready for the governor's signature, it just has not been signed. We've done this numerous times in the past, well, because we hit a deadline eventually.
Thank you. Questions, comments on item number 12?
I'll move it.
Motion, Mr. Feeney, second, from Ms. Plosky, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Unanimous?
Nay.
One nay.
You're voting for the hotel?
The motion does pass.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then this time,
I would've been
16
with
is
you,
the
buddy.
last item. 16 is a local law
Your day
number
would
O
call.
for 2024, local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 242 of the Albany County Code to prohibit the sale of camouflage vaping devices in Albany County.
So this is just prohibiting the sale of the fake things that they use to lure children in, like vape devices disguised as highlighters, school supplies, stuff like that. Who could be opposed to
I'm just,
that? Incredulous?
no, I'm just, every vape thing looks like a USB stick, so I don't know, does that make every
That's
vape
rules
thing
of-
illegal?
No, these are, like we said, these are intentionally disguised to be something, and I've seen the highlighter ones and others to look like something that would be
I-
suitable for a 14-year-old to
No,
be.
I agree with the concept, I just don't know how you tell, where's the line? How do you say this is legal and that isn't?
Well, because a vape device might look like a USB to you, but it's a vape device. I mean, these are disguised, they're vape devices disguised as something that they're not, which is a school supply.
Okay.
Any other
They're
Vote
they're
for
not
it. I'll
disguised
take a
as,
motion.
Vicky.
motion, Mr. Feeney, second from Ms.
this one
Plosky,
is 16.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous?
And now there are no other items.
Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Feeney, second from
Shut up.
Mr. Ricard. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You're opposed.
What?
This is why I need agendas.